Hey there, this is Bill Black with Northwest Funding Group. I had a couple people that kind of in their mindset think 20% down is the only way to go. So they're pretty much like, I'll buy a home and I can put 20% down. And I just kind of wanted to go over what that really means in today's world and some alternatives to putting 20% down. So what I put together was three scenarios with a $500,000 starter home today. Let's say you saved everything you could and you had $100,000. The only money you had was 100 grand. That's this scenario right here. So your house payment 3242. I put in everything is the same here as we go down. So the property taxes are going to be the same all the way across. The hazard insurance is going to be the same all the way across, and your payment is the only thing that's going to vary here between putting 20% down, 15% down, 10% down, and 5% down. Some of them have mortgage insurance in here. So when we look at the payment breakdown, you'll see that the mortgage insurance is $35 for 15% down, $56 for 10% down, and 5% down has a $75.21. And that stays into play until you get to about a 78% loan to value. So taking a look at that and kind of ignoring rate and payment and everything, what I'm really looking at is if everything is the same and you basically you this is your most expensive, you're saving $160 here, 323 here, 469 here. What my system and program does here is we took this money, plugged it back in and said, okay, if I instead of making this big payment of 3242, if I took the amount of money and that's $469 over here and plugged it back in, that's going to give me a reduction, right? So I'm just trying to keep apples for apples. The major thing though, in 15 years, if you went with a 5% down loan program, it's actually going to give you your highest net worth of $784,000. So what that means is in 15 years, yes, your home value is 900,000 with a 4% all the way across. Your loan balance is $330,000 in 15 years, but you have $213,000 and $213,671 that you accumulated by not putting $75,000 in the walls of your home. So you take 75,000, you put it into some kind of retirement. Over the next 15 years, you have a 7% return. That's liquid capital available to you in case something goes sideways and you need 100 grand and you can't tap into the equity of the home. In case something went sideways and for whatever reason you lost your home or the market crashed or you needed that capital and rates were 12%. Who knows? But that means that you have at any time you can pay your house off, and then you have what they call this freedom point by taking a 20% down, saving the difference in a monthly payment of 469 here. Then your house would be paid off in 20.17 years. But the same thing over here. If you only put 5% down and your house and basically have $75,000, it's going to have a 4% return year over year. You're looking at 18 and a half years. You have enough capital to pay your house off at any time. So carrying a mortgage isn't always a bad thing as long as you strategize and instead of having the money shoved down the walls of the home, it's going to appreciate whether you put 20% down or 5% down. So what we're really looking at is what is strategically best for you. And if you could afford the payments, but you don't have much of a savings, I always say diversify. Make sure you have your life insurance. Make sure you have your kids' college fund saving. Make sure you have a 6 months of emergency money. Don't put all that money down the walls of your home because those are the people that I end up seeing in foreclosure and short selling and have to sell at distressed times in their life when they don't have any kind of savings at all. So hopefully that kind of made sense. If anybody wants a mortgage analysis specifically for you and your numbers and see what makes sense for you, give me a call. Here's my information right up here. Thanks a lot and have a great day.